Warning, what you're about to experience is the illest upcoming artist in the Midwest. He goes by the name of YungRisky. You can find him on Facebook at YungRisky, all one word. You can find him on Twitter at YungRisky, all one word. And you can find the CD being played at very high volumes. Now pour up a drink and prepare to get bucked. Prepare to get bucked. Prepare to get bucked. Prepare to get bucked.
So insane and I really wanna pipe like a triple X movie. Let's do it all night till they headboard break. No time to play fight. Alright, and I'ma knock your lights out. I'ma turn your life out. Surround you like a nightclub. Position got you crying loud. We in the zone now. Ain't no stopping this Patron on my shirt cause I move when she kiss. Now I don't do that. She got dick sucking lips, but I could kiss up on your neck if you want, little miss. I'm just a player looking for a touchdown, and when I'm in the end zone, she be making much sound. Show the pussy popping like a clip with a bunch of rounds. Now get buck with your booty now. Get buck with your booty on the dance floor. We call her X, how the way she make that ass roll.
What's good? We got a nice little show with YungRisky today, huh? We finally was able to corral him up. This is your boy, Mr. Sidney Dean, at MDM Radio, brought to you by Night Hour Presents. Sitting with the utmost and infamous DJ in the world,
Richie Roughcut. What's up?
Oh yeah, doing it big, yeah. This is our live little stream right now. Looks like we got good connectivity, and we're gonna go ahead and just keep on pushing this through. So welcome, relax, interact, enjoy. It's another rendition of MDM Radio, brought to you by Night Hour Presents. This is YungRisky will get bucked. Go ahead and start getting bucked now.
Like I'm Jason, you riding with me. So life is what you facing, but back to the club, we on the dance floor raving, chilling in VIP like we was shorties in the basement. I'm peeping out the scene, no FBI agent. I'm looking for a dime, black, white, or Asian, and they don't really matter as long as she can shake. Get bucked with your booty on the dance floor. We call her X, how the way she make that ass roll. Ain't no limit to how much of this dough I throw. When you could get rich in the night if you letting it go. Now get bucked. Let me see you do it. Get buck. Let me see you do it. Get buck. Let me see you do it. Get buck. And let me see you get. Now look at how you do it. I'm loving the way you move it. The way you throw it at me, you got me acting a nuisance. You killing me, security. I need you on the floor, cause she could do it with no hands. They call her candy on the low. Let me see you do your dance for me, girl, all night. I got a plan to spend $1,000 if you're doing what I like. So tonight, don't stop, get it. I'ma spend it if you with it. Plus another stack of ones on the way in a minute. Now to add a little pressure, girl, it's only me and you. I'ma take you from the VIP lounge to the room, and don't worry about the tips that you usually get. Is a band to make it up another band when you quit. Now you moving in the way that you never ever did, but the cash that I spend, girl, you know what it is. Not a club finna close and you looking at me. I tell you, get buck with your booty and do it for risky. Get buck with your booty on the dance floor. We call her X, how the way she make that ass roll. Ain't no limit to how much of this dough I throw. When you could get rich in the night if you letting it go. Now get buck. Let me see you do it. Get buck. Let me see you do it. Get buck.
Man, oh man, oh man. Infamous YungRisky would get buck right there. What's good? You can hear us good over there, Risky?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Looks like we live and kicking it with you here on MDM Radio. You want to give a quick little shout out before we even get started with this nice little interview, bro?
Yeah, most definitely. I got to shout out, MDM Radio, the one and only Mr. Sidney Dean and Richie Roughcut.
Oh yeah, we always gonna give you a shout out over here. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about this Young Buck track that we just heard right there.
The Get Buck record, man. It's actually a record that came up with, inspiration of the first time at the strip club.
That was your first experience at a strip club, and that's what came about, was the whole Young Buck movement that you had right there.
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, then that's what's good, man. We're gonna give a shout out to what is it, V107 that's already playing that for you? V100, V100,
V100.7 right here in Milwaukee. We also got WGCI 107.5. That's also spinning the record. So we actually making moves right now.
Oh, okay. Well, and what's the DJ that's out there giving them the shout outs? You want to give them a quick little say so?
Most definitely, man. Shout out to DJ G. He definitely holding me down, man. And he's spinning the record and getting it in rotation.
Oh yeah. That's a nice little banger right there. That Get Buck right there. That's one for the ages, And I saw that I think it was a real cool jam. When I first heard it, it was one of those head rockers. You know what I'm saying? Where like how you said, if you out there and about, in the club and stuff like that, you're gonna go ahead and start rocking to a little bit of Get Buck action. Oh, my bad. I keep saying Young Buck, but we'll get that straight, man. Sorry about that. But we'll get right into this, man. We'll get right into this. So what's up? How long you been in the game, this music stuff?
Man, I would have to say, overall, I give it, maybe 2.5 years. Really grinding, and trying to show the world my creation, as far as performing, I maybe a year, a little less, but as far as like overall, 2 years, that's really like writing, that's really, focused on, making an image and building my fan base.
Right. That's what's good. So, so you've been at this for a quick minute already, and that's what's going to take sometimes is a little bit of that extra, because that's the thing. You don't do this as a full-time gig, right?
No. I actually got I guess you could say a day job, and that's just, like I said, a job, this is what I love to do, this is something that I want a career, right. And that's what I'm working towards. Yeah, definitely, because,
you got to take that sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, when you get back from that job, sometimes you're a little bit, down and out. Maybe something happened at the workplace or something like that, and you got to push that off to the side, to continue on what you're doing right here, So what made you decide on being an artist?
A lot of things, I always had the creative talent of, putting a collage of words together and making something, out of nothing. So, critiquing and strengthening my talent, it's always been there, from a little kid, I really don't have a background as far as, as far as like, a family and music or church choirs or, being involved in school or anything, but it's just always been, a hidden talent type of thing. And, just, strengthening my talent, and really making something of it, is what really got me, staying on the path of becoming, what it is that I'm trying to become.
Yeah, that's kind of that's really intriguing that you mentioned that a lot of times a lot of these artists that are out there have some sort of like a musical role model or something like that, or something that kind of gets them motivated to try out music and stuff like that. And you're telling me right now that you didn't really have that, you didn't grow up in that kind of environment. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I didn't really have that, inspiration, other than the radio and, just everyday life, struggles, the ups and downs and the things that you turn to music, or in the sense of that's what I did, was turn to music when you don't have nothing else to turn to. So, I really didn't have that background, but I did have music, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So you said that you first realized that you was doing this, as young as how old? You said a kid, but give me a little time frame for that. How old were you when you first realized you was blessed with this?
I would say about 13, 14. Okay. I actually remember my first rap, at 13.
We need to kill the music real quick in order for you to go ahead and share a little bit of that. What's going on?
I remember. Yeah, most definitely. You know, I can get it, put it out there.
Okay, all right.
You
So,
know, you
all right.
take in consideration. You know, this is a 13-year-old kid. You know what I mean?
I feel what you're saying. You know, I get what you're trying to say with it. You know, I mean, we'll go ahead. We'll just go ahead and then kill this and let you go a little acapella real quick, so we get a little 13-year-old risky flavor with that.
But I was like, what I said, I'm young, but I live my life in the struggle. From sleeping behind bars to being king of the jungle. Money on my mind. Watching older cats, I learned how to hustle. Trying to make it work, but still I'm remaining in trouble. A young dude, 13, but found success in his hustle. I don't mess with many people, so my squad's untouchable. Living proof is who I be, so beware of the truth. And when it's beef time, my niggas play as if troops. How one phone call could leave your face on the news. I'm the boss, young and see. I'm the one to make the rules. And after we give them shots, I know what to do. Ship them to the murder house, another body count, dudes. You know, and that was just, you know, like I said, living proof. You know, before I took on a different name. You know, and as I grew up, you know, and matured, and you know, like I said, critiqued my style and mastered, you know, what it is that I was trying to, you know, push to the world. You know, and that came with, you know, a new name, which is Risky. That came with, you know, a new style. That came with more depth, you know, more pain, more struggle, more experience, you know, more parties, more, you know, just more life, you know.
Exactly, more life, and that's what happens to us all, you know. I think that, you know, that's real. That within itself is a story to be told and very inspirational. How you know you first started off, you know, at 13 years old, you know, already lyrical sound. You know what I'm saying? You already had this little pop to you, you know, and that you know evolves with you. It grows with you, you know, and now you're doing a lot more to be able to share that and exploit that with everybody who's willing to listen. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Most def.
Yeah, man, and I think that's real cool. You know, with me, it was a little bit different. You know, a lot of people don't know about me. You know, I do a little music thing. You know, but you know, I had the only thing I had was like how you said. You know, where it was you know, the radio and you know, just flowing with whoever was on the radio, you know, where it's like, oh, I like the way he said that, you know, really listening to the words, not just the beat of things, you know what I'm saying? But as you know, as I continued to grow around 13 or 14, I started picking up instruments, you know what I'm saying? So then, you know, I kind of just turned away from just the lyrics and started listening to the beats, and then it kind of helped me with my delivery of how I go about, you know, spitting, you know, my flow or whatever I'm trying to do. You know, and I see that you already developed your own kind of style already, without having that kind of influence, you know, and I think that's one of the sparks at you as an artist, you know, that really shows the creativity that you have behind what you're doing, you know, and I think that's really cool, man. So what?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Most def, you know, like as far as like me, you know, I never really picked up instruments. I mean, although I love the piano, you know what I mean, and strings, like man, you could just listen to that all day, you know what I mean, and it never gets old. But I just never had the, you know, the time to learn, you know, to learn how to do it. But I mean, other than that, I actually, you know, when I listen to a record, you know, I listen from the background in, you know, and pan in. So
all right, wait. Describe that real quick. You said from the background in.
Yeah, I listen from the behind the scenes, you know what I mean, and into what everybody listens to first, you know. Okay. Like the first thing I listen to on a record is ad-lib, and it's just because, you know, it just gives it that oomph, you know, it gives it that you know, that extra, it gives it that extra push. It's something that you really got to listen. You know, not everybody ad-libs, you know, it's loud where you can hear everything they say. You know, it's you really got to listen to a record to hear the background of, you know, what's going on in the record, you know.
So
after that,
for those that don't know what an ad lib is on a track, you know, go ahead and explain a little bit of that. You know, that I know a lot of artists have signature ad libs. You know, whereas as soon as you hear that ad lib, you know who it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Like for instance, right off the top of the dome, I know what was it? Jadakiss be like, aha! With that little. As soon as you hear that, you know it's a Jadakiss track.
And then you got you got Lil Wayne, that every time you hear a flick of a lighter, that's him.
Okay.
Or everybody know the that's Rick
Ross.
You know, everybody know that. And then you got that that's Type, that
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so
everybody got a signature, you know.
So the ad lib is just you know, I guess just that, you know, kind of like a signature, but also like a filler, right? Does that help? Does that help you with your timing?
Yeah, it helps. It helps fill the track. You know, it helps give it that more of a bold, that more of a standout, that more of a tight feel. You know, a tight sound. You know, so it's not empty in spots. You know.
And it's also unique, like it gives it kind of that individuality also, you know, especially when we're talking about like signature ad libs, you know, where it kind of gives it that hey, I know I'm listening to a Jigga track, I know I'm listening to a Nas track, or I'm listening to a Lupe Fiasco track, you know, and I think that so what's you have a signature ad lib? What's yours? Risky, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
So go ahead. So how do you get it in there?
It's risky in there. If you listen deeply, you gonna hear a risky in the track.
Yeah. All right then. That's what's good, man. So then there we go. We're learning a little bit here on MDM Radio too. A little bit about you know, a little lyricism going behind each one of the tracks and stuff like that. You been a little bit quiet, Richie. You all right?
Nah, I'm busy over here. I'm working.
All right, we'll let him be busy. I know he's gonna chime in.
I didn't have enough to drink tonight, you know, so I'm a little tired. I need to get loose.
All right, so we'll go ahead and move on with this. So what are some of the highlights of your career right now? You've been in the game for about 2.5 years, you said, but prior to that, you know, even further along, you know, what are some of the things that you try to do or what you already accomplished?
I accomplished, you know, first and foremost, you know, radio airplay on mainstream radios. That's a big accomplishment.
Right,
you know, I've been working towards that for about 8 months now.
Congrats on that, brother.
Yeah, so right now we're looking at about 1,500 different radio stations that's actually working with us to help, you know, push that record. You know, Loddi Doddi, which everybody will get a world premiere a little later in the show. But other than that, I mean, just trophies, just, you know, opening up for some mainstream acts, you know, winning #1 spots, winning billboards, you know, getting paid trips to New York, and just being able to showcase talent, you know, is a gift.
Yeah, that within itself is a lot further than you know, the average Joe or the average MC gets to, you know, and that's one thing that I realized when you become an MC and when you start having people that actually are listening to your stuff, you know, it's almost like a fork in the road, you know, where you have to decide, you know, which way you're going to take things. You know, if you're going to take things, you know, on a more artistic or underground feel, you know, or are you going to go ahead and go out and try to get as many listeners as you can, and also, you know, play your things worldwide, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, just with that, you know, which route would you take if you ended up getting down to that fork in the road?
I mean, as of right now, you know, the independent isn't so bad, you know, but I do want to reach that market. You know, I want to be able to compete, you know, with people, you know, and try to reach #1 spots on billboards and you know, take that route.
Okay, so what is it that once you get there, what do you just want people to listen to good music? You want people to listen to what you're saying? Is it you know, I mean, why do you want to get to that #1 spot?
You know, every one of my records tell a story. despite whatever kind of record it is, if it's a club record, if it's a record about a past relationship, if it's a record about going through a struggle, or being kicked out of a place and having to live here to here, not being stable, working.
So it's
at
very
a job,
very life oriented, type content that
yeah.
Okay.
It definitely all has a story, and if you really listen to a Risky record, you can close your eyes, and visualize everything I say in order. You know what I mean? And that's how I write. I write in stories where I write for the blind, is what I say. That's how.
Wait, say that again.
For the blind.
You write for the what?
I write for the blind.
Okay.
And for the deaf, where you can't. If you can't see it, then if you can't see it and you hear it, you can visualize it. But if you can't hear it, you know what I mean? If you see a video or like Get Buck video that everybody could check out, you know what I mean? You'll be able to hear the story or see the story, just depending on what it is. If it's visuals or if it's the audio production.
Okay. All right, so where's the best place for people to go? Get this audio experience. I know you got some stuff out there on Reverb. Is most of your stuff on Reverb then? Reverb Nation?
Yeah, definitely. www.reverb.com/YungRisky music, as well as YouTube. Type in YungRisky Get Buck. You'll check out the video for that single y'all heard.
All
right. So you got YouTube on lock. You know what I'm saying? And you got the Reverb Nation. Is there any other venues that you try to explore? Is there anything that like you also mentioned some performances? What like what other venues are you trying to explore, or what other routes or approaches that are you taking for viewers to actually or listeners to be able to hear your sound?
You could also follow me on YouTube, or follow me on Twitter. My bad. Follow me on Twitter at YungRisky. That's no O. That's YUN.
I call it the Asian spelling of Young. YUNG. Young Risky.
Yeah, and then I'm always sharing links. I'm always sharing new things. New shows, new clothes, new apparel, new. Everything on Twitter. So, follow me and definitely, get in tune with me, as well as Facebook,
when you say
Facebook.com/YungRisky.
When you say, like new apparel and stuff like that, is that stuff that you're working on yourself, or is that, just, the Actually, I'm in the process of creating, like we talked before about, everybody has their own signature. I got one that I'm actually putting in production called No Genre, and for real music lovers. And the reason I do that is because I don't like to stick to one genre of music. Like a painter. Even though a painter likes the color red, he's not gonna color everything in red. Okay.
I heard a rumor there's a mixtape coming soon.
Oh, wait a minute.
Mixtape is in production, up for grabs. I got the single Loddi Doddi on there, Get Buck on there, as well as some new things like Mirrors, Take It Slow.
I don't think I heard Mirrors yet. I don't think I heard Mirrors yet. You heard Mirrors?
I haven't heard Mirrors. I don't think. Is this a new one that no one's heard yet?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's actually one that's in production right now.
Oh, okay.
Another single that will be
it's a
released,
sneak peek on MDM Radio.
Cameo.
All right. So what's up with this Loddi Doddi video shoot, right? When's that happening?
The Loddi Doddi video shoot actually was May 9th. That actually got pushed back due to a couple logistics, and we pushing it back to a later date. But I mean, it's way worth the wait. So
yeah, it sounds like
go big.
Sounds like a good party, man. I mean, a party / video shoot. You can't go wrong with that. It's like reality TV and a video shoot.
I think, hey, do we got some kind of cameo on this? You know,
I think we should make an appearance.
I think we should have a little representation happening on this. You know,
I think so.
You know, I don't know. We hadn't discussed this yet, but I think, hey, maybe if this been pushed back a little bit, you know, we might have to do something out there too, you know what I'm saying? Say, hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey, can we get in on this? We get on this?
Definitely, man. Y'all come through, man. I got y'all table and everything set up. So all y'all gotta do is say y'all on y'all way.
You're coming to LA with us too, right, Risky?
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm definitely trying to make the trip. You know, May 10th, to the United We Stand campaign. You know, and UCLA May 10th.
All right, there you heard it, listeners. Not only did you get Mr. Sidney Dean and Richie Roughcut, YungRisky, the illest upcoming artist in the Midwest is going to be there too. So there's just another reason to go check it out.
Dope, man. That shit is dope, man. So with all these things that you're doing, with all the YouTube, with all the video shoots and everything like that, what exactly are you trying to bring to music? You know, I know that you touch base with it on your clothesline with the no genre, which I think that's really good. You know what I'm saying? You know, because that kind of bridges the gap, you know, between a lot of different genres. I think that me and Richie were talking about. Kid Rock is one of those that do that. You know, where he kind of, you know, like blends into different kind of stuff. Where if you listen into a rock station, you're hearing Kid Rock. You listen to a hip hop station, you listen to Kid Rock. You know, and country also, you know. And
I think that's one of the only dudes that I know of that hits all of them. You know, you have some people that cross over into pop and hip hop and stuff like that, but for them to hit hip hop, country, rock, all that, and be so prominent at it, that's like probably the top dude that I can think of right now that does that.
I can't think of one right now.
I mean, you got Michael Jackson who kind of did it a little bit, but he didn't touch country.
He's the king of pop.
He didn't touch country at all. You know, you had some people in hip hop, you know, throwing a different mix to it and stuff like that. So he touched that fan base a little bit, but you never heard nothing country. That's the only person I ever heard. Kid Rock's the only person I ever heard.
Berserk,
oh,
man.
Yeah, Berserk.
He had mentioned something like that.
He's getting it.
He said something like that, so I'd be kind of curious to see what comes out of that. So, YungRisky, what's good? You know, what are you trying to bring to music, man?
Yeah, man, I definitely, you know, want to bring that. You know, it's a talent. You know what I mean? And I want to let people know that I do it because, you know, I do it for the love of it. I do it because that's what I like to do. You know. It's not about, you know, a get-rich scheme. It's not about get in the music industry and try to, try to portray an image or anything. I do it because, you know, it's a talent that I've been given. You know, I just want to showcase that, you know, it's real. You know, it's not about, you know, what you got, you know, in the bank or what you got on or what you driving. You know what I mean? It's about letting people know, you know, because you know, when I didn't have anything and when I was going through hard times, music got me through. You know what I mean? So if I'm able to at least change one other person, then that's what I'm doing it for.
I feel that, man. I think Nas kind of summarized that thing up completely when he said, you know, I don't do it for popularity reasons. I do it for the love of the art. You know, and it looks like you got a little influence on him too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, from him, you know, so that's real good. You know, but at the same time, if this could be a living, you know, if this could be a way of life, you know, and also pay the bills, then, you know, this is something that you're willing to accept, right?
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I all of that, you know, is a plus. You know what I mean? If the world accept me, you know what I mean, as far as to let me speak to them, you know what I mean, and change things, then that's what I'm doing it for. But everything else is just a plus, you know.
Word that, man. You know, speaking of rumors, you know, I heard, you know, I don't want to give too much out there, you know, but a little bit of I hear Risky's gonna be doing a little like TV show action. You know, what's up with you going venturing outside of music?
I've been thinking about it. You know, actually creating something for the showcase. unsigned talent, talent on the come up, all different genres. So I talked to a couple people about it. Right now it's still, word of mouth, but, it has been said.
Okay, all right. So with this, you said that you're gonna try to bring upcoming artists out. Is that just in music? Is that are you talking about like performance artists? Are you talking about like I know that I know we talked off base a little bit about poetry also.
You can have people on there
spoke word, right?
You can have people on there painting pictures too and stuff. Just asking. I get on there.
I'm going to stick to music, but I mean spoken words, poetry, as well as like different genres of music, writers, songwriters, producers, managers, a lot of just different stuff, the categorized music, that I'm going to be pretty much just trying to build the gaps between, the people that's there and the people that don't have the funds for one, or don't have the resources to get there.
Well, I can draw some sick ass stick figures if you ever decide to have like a painting artist on the show.
I can figure paint the fuck out of a canvas. I'm just letting you know.
Man, you didn't see my fucking stick figures yet, have you? Those motherfuckers put other stick figures to shame, bro.
Perfect lines, perfect symmetrical stuff.
Yeah,
symmetrical work. We should have a whole segment on that.
We should. You should just have one show just. A stick figure draw off, you know what I mean? Let the fans decide.
Yeah, that'll be good right there. It's like, hey, go ahead and draw your best flower. Go. No shades. No shading involved.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's cool. You know how like that you're really trying to incorporate other people and stuff like that, and the thing that I see is that you're trying to do it the way you feel most fitting, and what I get to break this down a little bit more because I want to bring up this topic because I heard it over the radio today where it kind of disturbed me, where I didn't know and chime in on this if you have any insight on this, Risky. Hollywood is really fucked up. It's really fucked up how that that in order for you to get kind of like these big time productions, the advertisement, the distributions, things like that, where you get that advertisement and stuff like that. It's a quid pro quo type thing, it's a this for that, where they ask you to do things that you're probably not going to want to do in order for you to get that step in the door.
Are you talking about that dude that hit up that chick to be on the cover of Vogue?
No, I wasn't talking about it. What happened with that?
Supposedly one of the dudes from Vogue, I don't even know who it was, so I can't speak on it too much, but supposedly some dude from Vogue hit up this chick, and I don't even know who the chick was. It was like passing through. But he's like, yo, I'll get you a shooting for Vogue if, basically you fuck me.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure that happens a lot, though.
Yeah, that's true.
The one that hit me at home was this dude this director that's doing the new X-Men and shit like that. What's this fool's name?
Oh yeah, I forgot his name too.
Well, it seems as if I think when he first started coming up, when he was first trying to break through into Hollywood, there was some favorable things that were asked of him, and it wasn't just I'm just gonna have sex with somebody. It was like some big little boy orgy type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he was before he had made the claim, this shit was going on and stuff like that back in I think in the 90s and stuff like that. But he didn't drop any names. Now that he's he's made it himself, he's starting to dime all these people out. That there was a lot of Hollywood execs that were asking him to partake in these parties, where they bring in little boys and molest them. And I think that some of the people that were involved with it, those were their kids, You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So, you know, I'm sorry I had to bring that up, you know, during your interview, Risky. But, you know, how do you feel about that? You know, how you're venturing off and trying to do these things, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I really can't speak too much about it. You know, I actually, this is the first time hearing that particular incident. But, I mean, I know it's not going to be an easy road, you know. I know there's things that's going to come up in the road, you know. I can't say what they is because I'm not there yet. But, I mean, it's just something you got to handle when you get there.
And that's kind of like that fork in the road where you're going to decide, you know, how bad do you really want this, you know. It's like, hey, I got like $4 million sitting right here in my pocket, but you got to do a certain something in order for you to get this, and it goes against like morale, you know, your whole value system and stuff like that, you know. I think that what you were saying before, where it was like, yo, I'm trying to bring up other people and stuff like that. You're gonna be in that position, you know, where a lot of people are gonna contact you and are gonna be willing to do a lot of different things in order to get that publicity sometimes, you know. But us as individual artists, us as you know, rising creators, producers, and things like that, I think that this is a perfect time for us to stand by our values and make sure that we become those positive role models, that we become those mentors and things like that, to try to break this system, you know, where this is sick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
It's terrible.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I mean, so, you know, with that being said, you know, my bad on that, you know, but it just really disturbed me this morning when I heard that on the radio, you know, but, you know, so we'll just go ahead and move on with this interview, man. So in one word, describe your craft, man. You know, how can you best describe what it is that you do?
Risky.
That risky business, huh?
I mean, and I'll say that for a lot of reasons. You know, you won't succeed or get far in life if you're not willing to take a risk. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, other than that, I mean, it's different. It's not the same. You know, it's taking a risk because I'm daring to be different. You know, I'm not sticking to one thing that people like. You know, I put out what I do, what I feel at that point in time, you know, and people rock with me because, you know, they're going through it, they can relate to it, or, you know, they like the craft. You know, it's not about get the most fans and try to get rich. You know what I mean? Like I said before, it's about the love of music. It's about doing it because that's what I love to do. You know, and you rock with me because, you know, you relate to it, or you like it, or you feel it.
Yeah, I mean, that's good, man. With that risky, and also playing into your name, you know, that goes well with you. And now let me ask you this: you just have mentioned, you know, you taking a risk of being different. You know, is that really taking a risk if you do exactly what you believe? You know, what you believe in and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, and the reason I said that is because, you know, I'm always going to stand by, you know, my beliefs, and, you know, you're a man before anything, you know. That's what people always told me, you know, you're a man before anything, you know. Stand by what you believe. If you don't stand for, you know, anything, you'll fall for, you know. But, I mean, I'm always going to be, you know, I'm always going to be different in my eyes, you know what I mean? I'm always going to be creative, you know. I'm always going to be, you know, something that, you know, a lot of people might not like to hear, but at the same time, you might lose a fan in game 3, you know what I mean? Or lose 3 in game 1, you know, one loyal one. You know, it all depends, you know. It's just that I'm doing what I like to do, you know what I mean? I'm not doing it for anything. I'm doing it because I like to do it.
Okay.
You know, I'm doing it because it's what's coming out of me. It's what I'm going through. It's what I'm thinking. It's what I'm experiencing, you know?
Yeah, I definitely feel that. You know, I forget what artist that said this one time, but it kind of struck me in, you know, really in a bad way, you know, because they always say, hey, yeah, you know, I work really hard on 2 or 3 of my tracks, but then all the other ones, they're all iffy. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know, I wasn't really feeling that. You know, I wasn't really, you know, I really didn't want to go on that beat. You know, I really didn't want to do that song. You know, that wasn't my best thing, but they still put it out there. I mean, what do you think about that?
I mean, a couple different things. You know, sometimes you do gotta venture off and compete with the industry. As well as you know, sometimes you gotta partner with people you might not necessarily want to jump on, but that comes with the job. You know what I mean? You gotta think at the end of the day. You know, it's not just a luxury nonstop party. It's a job. It's a living. You know what I mean? And if you sign to a label and they want you to do something, then you got to partake in, jumping on those, beats that you really not necessarily feel, or it might have never been your choice of a beat, or you might jump on a feature with somebody that you don't feel is as talented as you, or somebody that's just different. That comes with the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also with coming with the job, and I like to use this as an example with the whole little like 50 Cent, Shady Records, and how they go about their business. There's a lot of cats that don't get the play, that don't they're really good, they're really nice MCs, but they just don't make that threshold that I guess that those producers and those execs and some of those rapper MCs that are up there in those kind of positions, they don't make that threshold and don't get to play. For example, Stat Quo is one of them, and I got to give a shout out to Troy Roughcut, on that one, because that was one of the dudes he stood by. He was like, yo, you got to listen to this dude, Stat Quo, Stat Quo, Stat Quo. I think he's an Atlanta rapper, and when I first heard him, I was like, oh, this dude is all right. This dude is pretty sick. Has some tracks out there with Kanye West and stuff like that. But he signed over to I think he's under Shady Records.
Yeah, now you don't hear of him anymore.
You don't hear nothing from him.
They don't put his shit out.
And I'm just kind of curious on that. If you do decide to sign under a label and stuff like that, what exactly is going to be played and what really isn't going to be played, and do you continue to, you have to uphold the contract, or you're going to get sued, so it's like, how do you go ahead and decide, if you're going to sign or not?
That's I sit down with a team of people, to make a final decision, but you just got to read that job description, you got to read between the lines like you do anything else, it's like working at McDonald's. They gonna tell you, you gotta flip these burgers like this. You gotta drop the fries for this long. You gotta mop the floor with this. Do it this way. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you develop your own, your own way of doing things after being taught their way of doing things. And that just relates to anything in life. So like I said, you do gotta fulfill the contract. You gotta do things their way. But if you become what you're destined to become, then maybe they'll work with you. You know what I mean? Maybe your ideas might matter. You know what I mean? It's something that you really don't know until you get there.
Yeah.
For instance, like I don't really like to throw names, but Drake, I guarantee you Drake got say so on what he do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was, what would they call him when he first came on? He came on with Lil Wayne, didn't he? He came on with Lil Wayne.
Yeah, definitely.
And they started calling him his protege, things like that, to the point where do you feel as if it was him as an artist already, on that level as Lil Wayne, or was it, more kind of like a publicity kind of scheme that they were working with in order to put this dude on rise?
I'm not sure, marketing play a big role in everything, but I do agree. Everybody did categorize him that he was a wannabe, that he followed him, or that Lil Wayne wrote his stuff, but now there's nothing you could say about him. Like, he got 22 singles, in rotation as of now, he developed his own, and that's not just him as one man, he got a strong team behind him. He got a nice team of people, but all together, the artist, by itself is made that name. He made that mark. He made that, he made that way, that he can have say so in his music. I'm pretty sure he didn't have say so at first. I'm pretty sure his first album, or maybe second album, was overseen by somebody. But now he could say, well, I don't really like that, you know what I mean? And they kind of rock with him, you know what I mean? And that don't just come by making one hot record, you know what I mean? That comes over time.
Well, okay. Let me since we're on the topic of Drake, you know, he seems to be leading right now on the I guess the new age of hip hop, like people like to say. Let me ask you something about this. You know, I don't know if a lot of people know about the history of Drake and stuff like that. He's out there in Toronto. Man, I love out there in Canada. What's up? You know y'all listening in.
What up?
But he has a like, and let me ask you this. You know, because I know you're big on lyrics and stuff like that. A lot what he says isn't what really happens to him personally. For instance, you know the track what was it? It started from the bottom. Now I'm here. You know that hit the radio waves and everybody loved it. You know because they can relate to it. Those that were, you know, right there on the bottom. But Drake wasn't like that. You know Drake he didn't start from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So
at least somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean what was he like on Kids Incorporated or something like that? Had a really rich uncle or something like that.
Something about was he on Disney or something?
Something like that. I don't know what he was
either.
on. You know, but he didn't really start from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So, but he raps about starting from the bottom. You know, so I mean, how do you feel about that? You know, you up and coming artist and lyrics. You know, people are gonna really chime in on what you're saying. You know, how do you feel about that?
Truthfully, I can't say where he started from. You know, I do know he was on Degrassi. And you know, from a young age, he was involved in the industry, not just music, but in the industry as a whole. But I mean, after Degrassi, you know, he was on one season, you know. So after that, from being, you know, maybe 14 all the way up to being 26, I don't know what happened in between there. So I really can't speak too much on it. I mean, as far as, you know, the ways that it's portrayed. You know, I really wouldn't agree, you know, that's his lifestyle, you know, but by the things that I see or, you know, the way it's portrayed. But like I said, nobody really knows, you know, the story behind it until it gets put out there. Okay. I mean, on that same note, you know, a lot of people make music, and like I said, that's why I'm different. You know, I make music for me. A lot of people make music for them. You know what I mean? And when I say
others,
them, that's
for
the
others.
fans.
For others.
That's the money. You know what I mean? They make music to make it. I mean, like you're right. It was a number one hit single. A lot of people could relate to it, and that might be why he made the record. You know, he might have never wanted to make the record, and it was just one of those things where they was like, I want you to say this because you hot right now. You know what I mean? You hot right now. This song will relate to a lot of people, so I want you to say this. You know?
Yeah.
So I can't really say too much about it because I don't know the whole story.
All right.
You know?
I think we gave Drake enough little shout out.
Yeah,
already,
he's
you know
good.
What I'm saying? He's all right. You know. Hopefully, you know.
Hell yeah, fucking right.
Fucking right. You know. But let's talk about Risky here. You know what I'm saying? So you know, yeah. I understand what you're saying, and really, you know, I like it. You know how you're going about your business, how you're doing it for yourself, and hopefully, you know, other people can appreciate that and assimilate to it. So, what are some of the things that we can expect from you in the future?
As of right now, I'm working on, you know, a mix up for grabs. Like I said, I got some nice things on there. You know, shout out to, you know, L Smooth, that actually gonna be a feature on there. Shout out to you know, shout out to Yaman 57. Shout out to MJ. MJ actually more than just a rapper. He actually produced and make beats also. So definitely shout out to him. That's a lot of work. You know, and just shout out to Vibe. You know what I mean? That's the Vibe Beats. You know, that's who I work with as far as like the production of my music. That's that Get Buck record and that Loddi Doddi that everybody gonna hear.
Oh yeah, we can't wait for that. We getting up to that.
That's who I work with. You know what I mean? Out of Atlanta. So shout out to Vibe definitely. And you know, just a lot of shows, a lot of upcoming things. The No Genre campaign should be started real soon. Like I said, the mixtape up for grabs. A lot of more interviews. Be expecting that Loddi Doddi to hit a radio station near you.
And the Loddi Doddi video, right? And the Loddi Doddi video. If anyone wants to get in that video shoot, you have like an open thing going on, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said before, I pushed the date back, and I'm still, working on the logistics so I can finalize the date. But the date was set for May 9th. We're pushing it back. I don't have the for sure date yet, but definitely stay up with it on Facebook. Just facebook.com/Loddi Doddi video shoot.
And then you're signing in on a anti-bullying campaign, right? I think I seen something like that on Facebook.
Yeah, definitely. As of yesterday, actually, I just got involved with the anti-bullying campaign in Kenosha, Wisconsin at the UW Parkside. And, May 7th, that's Wednesday from 6 to 9, I'll be there. We're doing a big anti-bullying campaign. I'm going to do a couple songs, speak a little bit about past experiences, and we're going to have a good time.
All right. That's what's good, man. We're gonna go ahead and then address some of these questions from our listeners real quick. They're gonna drill you.
Make it short and sweet.
Yeah, short and sweet, nice and concise. You ready for this?
Yep. I'm ready.
All right. We got Prissy Ma out in South Carolina asking, why do you talk about booty shaking so much?
Hey, like I said, that record, was actually my first time in the strip club. So, I mean, that's what you see when you're in there.
All right. We got Palmer in Canada. Says, cool sounds. Any tracks for outside the discotheque?
Yeah, definitely. Just stay tuned, you know what I mean? And you'll hear that new Loddi Doddi, as well as, I'm working on Summer Days and a couple other tracks that's definitely going to be what you're looking for.
All right, bet. We got Monica in UK said, where did the O go in your name? I think everybody wants to know that shit. What happened to the O in the fucking...
Hey, that's a good one. Actually, it's a lot of artists with an O. So, you know what I mean? You got Young Jock, you got Young Jeezy, you got Young Dro. So why can't you be different?
Yeah, I get that. That's what's up. Fresh One in Oregon wants to know, who are you playing in your ride right now?
Who am I what? Repeat that one time.
Who are you playing in your ride right now? Like, what you got in your CD deck or MP3 right now?
Okay, in my ride right now, I definitely listen to Risky, Other than that, I listen to a variety of artists. Like I said, it's a no genre thing with me. I listen to Bruno Mars. I listen to Katy Perry. I listen to Drake. I listen to T.I. I listen to B.O.B. I listen to mixes. I listen to a lot of underground stuff. Definitely shout out to another dude out in Canada, that I listen to. I rock with, Tory Lanez.
All right.
I don't know if y'all heard of him. If not, check him out. But, I listen to, like a combo of different artists. I listen to some 50 here and there, just a combo of different people.
I thought I seen you singing along to that Katy Perry CD the other day. Was that it? Was that you wailing the windows down, singing at the top of your lungs some Katy Perry?
Blasted.
I wasn't sure. I never heard it before.
CD for you.
Oh, yeah?
I got that CD for you. I still got to send it in to the radio.
Why you hogging it then? I seen you drive by wailing that shit at the top of your lungs. Like, what the fuck is he listening to?
Yo, we got KZ in Germany said, I like back in the day reading MC's lyrics in their album. Do you have that in yours?
Definitely. Just stay, follow my links, you know what I mean? And definitely get a feel. And yeah, definitely. That's what I feel is a real artist.
All right, cool. And the last one we got here is Jen in Germany. Who influences you?
Who influenced me? T.I., B.O.B., Bruno Mars, Neo.
All right, bang. Oh, what we got? I missed one. Here's High Def in Texas. Rap is a rough business. What separates you from the pack? And we'll go ahead and let you go ahead and address that, and then we'll swing in with Loddi Doddi.
What separates me is, you know, just everything, you know, the music, you know, the person behind the music, you know, like behind the music, you know, I'm a family man. You know, I got a daughter, I got a son on the way. You know, and I'm just
congratulations,
little dude.
Little young risky.
A little YungRisky.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, so then, so tell us really quick about Loddi Doddi before we get this thing signed off.
Definitely, Loddi Doddi is a track that I came up with. It's definitely a different track than Get Buck. You'll hear a little bit of the difference that I'm talking about, the no genre thing. You're about to hear it, you know. So this your boy YungRisky. Stay tuned in to MDM Radio and check out my new single Loddi Doddi right here.
That's what's up. Richie, any last words?
Hey, as always, thank everybody for tuning in, keeping it real. Appreciate everything. What's up, Rough Cut Nation?
Oh, yeah. All right, man. That's what's good, man. It's been a nice little segment right here with YungRisky. Right here with his nice little singles, Get Buck and Loddi Doddi, for everybody listening in on the show. There's a nice little interview live right here with the video broadcast. You know, we were able to get things up and running for everybody to chime in and see what's going on with us. You know, thank you for your participation. And we're also going to have this recorded and put it out there on the website for everybody to enjoy if you missed the live broadcast. So it's not hear you next week anymore. It's see you next week.
Yeah.
So we both hear you and see you next week. This is your boy. What's up? What you got over there?
Oh, hey, that's what's up, man. First off, you know, I wanna give a shout out to y'all again, man, for having me on the radio, man.
No doubt, man. Much
Thanks
love.
for coming. It's hard to track you down, busy man.
Busy man. He's a busy man, but we finally corralled him in here at MDM Radio, brought to you by Night Hour Presents. This is your boy, Mrs. Sidney Dean with
Richie Rough Cut.
Doing it big. So welcome, relax, interact, enjoy. Any last words right there for you, Risky?
No words. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Like me. Follow me. Subscribe on YouTube. And let's build this family.
Oh, yeah, most def. And you can definitely follow us on Twitter also at MDM_radio. You can follow me, Mr. Sidney Dean, on Facebook. And you got Richie Rich out there. Go ahead and blast it.
Richie Rough Cut Facebook, Richie Rough Cut Twitter. Find me everywhere. Here it is, though. Get ready.
Loddi Doddi right there. That's your shit right there, YungRisky.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, yo, welcome, relax, interact, enjoy. It's MDM Radio, brought to you by Night Hour Presents. Let's listen into this nice little track. YungRisky over here at Loddi Doddi. Make sure y'all tune into his to all his point of contact information, so y'all have the nice streaming updates of everything that's happening. They nice little thing going out there with that video shoot. So let's listen in to this Loddi Doddi track, y'all. See y'all next week. Peace.
I'm pulling up on the Harley, bottles of Bacardi, I'm in the party, let's go. If you ain't know, I got a crew and they know what to do to get it started and they ready to go. So let me see what you can do, make you move, girl, cause I'm willing to know if you can handle me. Cause there's two things I know, well, number one is I can handle you. Now let me see you drop it to the floor, work up a sweat, girl, come on. Cause I got plans for you and your friends, but you gotta lose control. And I wanna see you move your body like you never moved before. Yeah, you the baddest in the club, but it's some things you need to know. Everybody here to party, grab somebody and hit the floor. We singing Loddi Doddi, let's get naughty. Shots of Bacardi, let's get it on. Everybody here to party, grab somebody and hit the floor. We singing Loddi Doddi, let's get naughty. Shots of Bacardi, let's get it on. Now all my fellas nigga just call last call. Did you make any plans? I got a bike outside, but I see your girlfriend, so I could call a bus and have us escorted to land on my spot where the party don't stop. And everybody moving, immune to the music. Girl, don't abuse it. I wanna see you move it, and let me see you do what you do while you doing what you do. And little mama, you the truth. Shots of Bacardi, it's got me feeling loose. White rum, cranberry with a little lime juice. Mountain Dew with a mix of Malibu and grapefruit. Now show me what you can do. Ain't nothing to it. We Wisconsin nights, so girl, get used to it. We talking about parties, I speak that fluent. Now let me see you work it and move it to the music.
Everybody, here to party. Grab somebody and hit the floor. We singing Loddi Doddi. Let's get naughty. Shots of Bacardi. Let's get it on. Everybody, here to party. Grab somebody and hit the floor. We singing Loddi Doddi. Let's get naughty. Shots of Bacardi. Let's get it